Welcome to the monthly update for September. I really was not expecting to get much done this month because I've been so busy preparing to go over to Ontario for a month. So I've been really busy trying to get a bunch of videos ready for then and not having the best of luck. The good news is that I did get more artwork done than I was expecting to. It's mostly thanks to those videos. So despite them taking away a bunch of time from me actually doing art, they also helped me do it. And so I can't really complain. I mean, I could. I'm just not going to. You're welcome. One of the biggest things I changed for my art last month was just to change my weekly drawings into weekly sketches to free up more time. And so I kind of had to find a balance between quick, easy, simple things and making it interesting for myself, and that was a little bit of a challenge. But at the beginning of this month, I think I pretty much figured that out. This is the weekly sketch where I really figured it all out. Just ignore these dragons, please. And just don't look at it, okay? I think the problem before was I was just going so much for like really sketchy looking things, and it was just boring to me. But for this one, I actually let myself do a little shading and coloring and all that kind of stuff. And this actually took me about 2 minutes, which is a lot shorter than all of the other sketches, even though they look far more simple. And I just had so much fun doing this. I wanted to do one right after. It was then that I knew I had found perfection. So I was like, okay, I just need to basically have the illusion of a more finished piece without like actually going through all of the hard work to have a really finished piece. Cheating for the win, am I right? So I'm so happy I figured that out. I almost thought I was gonna have to drop it, and we all know that I hate just abandoning challenges. Another thing you might recognize is this kingfisher bird. Last time you saw him, it was just the bird, none of this foliage around here. And like, I did not think I was going to get any work done on this month, partially because last month I was just not feeling very motivated to work on it. But also because I've just been so busy preparing everything that I just didn't think I was going to have time to. But look at that. I've even started a bit of work on the very background. So I'm making progress. Finally, I'm getting to the part of the drawings that you've actually seen in my videos before. I did these shadow art birds. They weren't meant to be birds in the beginning, but that's what they all turned into. And I am going to have to do this challenge again. This was so much fun. I'll have that video linked up here and in the description if you want to check that out. And if you're wondering what happened to this one, basically, it got really crinkled, like it had a huge crease down here. I accidentally spilled coffee on it. Hey, good job me. And like I wetted the whole thing and put a bunch of books on it to help it dry straight, but it's still a little crinkly. It looks really old. Life-saving trick for watercolor paper, not so much for printer paper. And it pains me so much, but whatever, it's okay. But now for the big question, am I doing Inktober this year? And I think this little 31-page book should answer that question for you. But at the same time, it kind of doesn't, because as much as I am attempting to do Inktober, I'm also attempting not to. I'm kind of trying this new format of challenge, but I won't go into too much detail about that because I am planning on making a video probably somewhere mid-November when I get back from my trip, and I'll tell you how all that went down. If you think that's all for this month, you'd be wrong, because I've also been doing yet another art challenge. This was one of 7 drawings I did for that, so you have a lot to look forward to. But I'm not gonna spoil it anymore for you guys, so you'll just have to stay tuned and click the notification bell if you haven't. I am also doing a collab sometime in October, so I've also been getting ready for that on top of everything else. A ton of September was basically spent preparing for Inktober, preparing for this collab, preparing for the vacation, preparing to make a ton of videos, and thankfully that did lend to making a bunch of art, way more than I expected. When it comes to October though, I basically only have one goal for my art, and I know this is basically the only thing I'm going to be able to do, and that's just make as many Inktober drawings as I can. Well, sort of, but I'm going to talk more about that later. And of course, during that time, I'm going to be trying to put out videos weekly, but at least for now, I can't promise that for sure, but I will be trying my hardest. And let me know down below, what are your future plans? Are you doing Inktober? Just whatever it is, even if it's nothing, just let me know down below. Hopefully you'll be able to get a little more art done than I'm going to be able to. But yeah, I will see you next week, hopefully. Bye.